respond? That is a question my next guest has been pondering at length. Lee McIntyre is a research fellow at Boston University's Center for Philosophy and History of Science, and he is the author of the new book, How to Talk to a Science Denier: Conversations with Flat Earthers, Climate Deniers, and Others Who Defy Reason. Lee, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me on.
You start off your book taking us into a flat earther conference that you went to in 2018, I believe. I had not known that flat earthism was a whole big belief system, but as you explain, it is. Just for starters, can you describe some of the things that these people believe in addition to the fact that the earth is flat?
Yes. They believe that the earth is flat, which means that a couple of other things have to fall in place, like what's at the edge. Well, they think that Antarctica is not a continent, it's an ice wall that's spread out around the edge to keep the water from falling off. They think that there's a dome over the top of the earth, which, by the way, makes air travel, makes space travel impossible. So they also believe that we've never been to the moon. They think that the sun and the stars and the moon are in fact very close and revolve around the earth rather than us revolving around the sun. So it's like the flat earth is just the first pebble in the pond, and then there are a number of other things that come with that. Theorists, and when you believe theory, you tend to believe a number of them.
You went there in part because you wanted to see if you could convince these people that they were wrong. How did that go?
I went there to learn what they thought, and then, if possible, to use that to try to then talk with science deniers. So my goal wasn't necessarily to convert somebody on the spot, because which is great, but it's almost impossible to do. So the first day I was just quiet. I just listened, wore my flannel shirt, had my badge, and I just listened to what they had to say. And then the second day I started to talk to them. And the frustrating thing is you can't present any facts from Galileo or otherwise that will convince them. So if you're going to do it, you have to try to do it another way.
He couldn't do it, right? He could not take that leap
Right.
and say there is something that would in fact make me give this up.
Yeah, it's a great question. As you point out, it's not my question. Just like you, we used to be globalists, and then, we swallowed the red pill.
Globalist being their term for people who believe that the earth...
That's the nice term that they use.
Okay.
There are some slurs as well, which I can't say.
There's a whole bunch more I want to ask you, but let's cut to maybe the most important question.
From the basic moral values and principles. To take advantage of these movements, to capitalize on them, is the main purpose of the originator of subversion.